Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to this late cricket happening show on a Saturday with your host Ram. So welcome all. Well, as far as this cricket happening show, this late cricket happening show goes on Saturday, we are going to look at the third T20 match which was played. In the sense, Australia completed the T20 series win. In fact, they had a 2-0 victory over South Africa by winning the third T20 match. So we'll have a brief look on that, but the focus will be on the T20 World Cup. As you know, the T20 World Cup qualifying phase is starting tomorrow, and 8 teams are actually competing in this, and it is going to be only 2 teams, one from Group A and one from Group B, who is going to qualify for the T20 World Cup proper. And tomorrow we have 2 matches coming up. One is between Hong Kong and Nepal, and Afghanistan are taking on host Bangladesh. So I'll be generally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a preview, not of the full teams, probably just a brief look at the T20 World Cup, especially looking at the qualifying phases, and then time permitting, probably later in the week, I will try to preview all the teams for the T20 World Cup, which is really coming up. And as I said, tomorrow is the start of the T20 World Cup, because the only thing happens to be that it is going to be a qualifying matches which are going to be played. And as I said, these qualifying matches will determine which are the 2 teams which will get into the T20 World Cup proper. So that's what it's all about. So the teams that are competing, I'll talk about that. Let's first have a look at the third T20 match which was played between South Africa and Australia. And as I said, it's only going to be a very brief look, because I know the match is all over, so just I wanting to have a brief look. Well, Australia definitely won the series, so they have been having a good run in the T20 matches. They defeated England, now they have defeated South Africa, and well, one good thing was that the rain stayed away and the whole 20 overs was possible. So that was a good news as far as Supersport Park Centurion were concerned. And South Africa were the ones who actually batted first. They totaled 128 for 7, so Australian bowling was pretty good. They kept it on them on a tight leash, I would say. The highest scorer was Quinton de Kock, who played an attractive innings of 41 of 40 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes. Other than that, there was not much of a contribution. Amla and du Plessis were dismissed for 2 and 5 respectively. Duminy and A.B. de Villiers contributing 13 and 11 respectively. And then in the lower order, 18 from the bat of Markel, Parnell not out 17, Hendricks not out 12. And just because the tailenders from 103 for 7, the score went on to 128 thanks to the tailenders getting some runs. So 128 for 7 was the final tally for South Africa, and that was not going to be enough at all. We all knew that. Mitchell Starc bowled excellently. 4 overs were made in 16 runs and 2 wickets, absolutely on the money. Nathan Coulter-Nile was a bit costly, none for 33, 2 for 19 for Glenn Maxwell, 1 for 15 for Moises Henriques, 2 for 31 for Brad Hogg, who had his game on that particular day. And Australia, well, for them 129, 128 was not it was not a target that they would have been really challenged with the current form that the players are in. And 129 for 4 was the for what Australia totaled, and actually took the match by 6 wickets. So Aaron Finch, well, he showed some attacking batting, and he also mixed up some. Normally Aaron Finch, he packs a lot of punch in his strokes. There is sheer power, but there is also sheer timing, and sometimes there is some sheer classicism in the way Aaron Finch plays. Some drives, some cut shots, pull shots, everything was there to see. He contributed 39 of 27 balls with 6 fours. Cameron Wright was out for 14 of 11 balls with 2 fours. Watson contributing 35, 28 balls, 2 fours and 2 sixes. And in the end, as I said, it was a pretty easy thing for Australia to do. Australia prevailing over South Africa here. Bailey not out 12, Hodge not out 11, and it was all over. Well, 2 wickets for 21 runs for Imran Tahir. And well, the player of the match went to Mitchell Starc of Australia for his splendid bowling spell, and player of the series went to Quinton de Kock of South Africa. So Quinton de Kock definitely he's really showing what a great talent he is in the making, because as you know, he scored 3 centuries on the trot against India in the 3-match one-day international series, and here he is also winning the man of the series for the T20. So he's quite a talent, Quinton de Kock. Well, dear fans and subscribers, as I said, the T20 World Cup qualifying phase is about to start from tomorrow at Bangladesh, and the teams that are competing are Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Ireland, Netherlands, Nepal, Hong Kong, United Arab Emirates, and we also have, as I said, Afghanistan. So the 8 teams which are actually competing, and the warm-up matches are over. The warm-up matches, we saw that the best team as far as the warm-up matches were concerned was Zimbabwe. I just forgot about Zimbabwe. Well, as far as the warm-up matches were concerned, it was Hong Kong who really took the honors, because not only did they upset the apple cart of Zimbabwe, they had a wonderful victory over Netherlands. And Netherlands, let me tell you, they're a very good team. So it was a real. I would say Hong Kong can take it with real pride, and I'm sure in the qualifying phase, including Bangladesh, Afghanistan, and other teams, Zimbabwe would have definitely taken notice of that, and they should be probably pretty geared up to take on Hong Kong. So Hong Kong, just generally looking at the squad, not going into much detail because time is a big concern, but I will see to it that however best I can do. Now, one thing for Hong Kong, they have come through. Not only that, I learned one more thing, that not only, one understands that they defeated Zimbabwe and they also defeated Netherlands, but do you know, dear friends and subscribers, just before this T20 World Cup, in the sense before they came here, there was a camp being held and there were some friendly matches being played, and I am told that Hong Kong went on to defeat I think it was Ireland and Afghanistan, if my stats are right here. So they defeated. So they are looking, probably I would say that they are brimming with confidence, and they are looking like a surprise packet right now. Jamie Atkinson is the captain of the team. He is 23 years of age, and he is the one person who will be leading the team, and also he should be leading with the bat. Now the other, the person who was responsible is an youngster by the name Mark Chapman. Now Mark Chapman was the man who was actually responsible for both these victories, one against Netherlands and one against Zimbabwe. It was Mark Chapman. He's just 19 years of age. He's an all-rounder and he's a left-handed batsman, but he was the one who surprised everybody because he is the one who can also block and at times also can score, and he has already showed that. So he is one thing. He's one Mark Chapman who has really become pretty prominent now, and I'm sure all the teams will be taking notice of him. Now Hasib Amjad did a wonderful turn for himself he's a bowler, and he did pretty well by bowling in the right areas, and not only that, to capture 6 wickets in a T20 match against Netherlands was quite an achievement. So watch out for Hasib Amjad for sure. Other than that, they have another player by the name Najib Amar, who is actually at the age of 42, is coming back to Hong Kong cricket, and they have Tanveer Afzal, who is also a very talented player. He's a right-handed batsman, right-arm fast medium bowler. So Hong Kong team is looking pretty strong, and especially Hong Kong is a team which would be brimming with confidence, especially considering the fact that they already have notched up 2 victories in the warm-up matches. And let me tell you, see, you can't take the warm-up matches pretty lightly, because these are the teams which are really trying to get into the big stage. I mean, one has to really commend the ICC for actually allowing lots of, 6 associate nations to take part in the World Cup. So that is something, and that's the reason the qualifying phase is going on. And and I'm sure every team is vying. Even the host Bangladesh have to really fight it out, even though they are the hosts of the T20 World Cup. So Hong Kong is looking pretty strong, and going by the way the T20 warm-up matches have gone, and by the way Hong Kong has played, I think Hong Kong could probably be a surprise packet in this qualifying phase. Now the next team that I'm looking at is Nepal. Nepal is also, Nepal is also another good team. The one good thing for them is Paras Khadka is the captain of the Nepalese team, and he's a very consistent player, scores a lot of runs, and he's also an all-rounder in the sense he can also bowl right arm medium fast bowling. So he's 26 years of age, and he's the captain of the Nepalese team. And Nepal are definitely the way they have been talking, they have been saying that they definitely want to prove a point here to the audience. And what a moment for these players and for the team. I mean, the first time they are going to be seen on the television. People are going to see how they are batting, how they are bowling, how they are fielding, and that is going to be very good to watch. And then they have Basant Regmi, who is a very good left-arm spinner. He's the one who is the highest wicket taker in Nepal. And they have a good hitter by the name Sharad Vesavkar. I mean, Nepal is also a lot of blend of people are there, like a lot of in the sense they have a lot of talent, one would say. Sharad Vesavkar, and he also is a very good right-hand batsman. So that is as far as Nepal is concerned. But Nepal, well, they definitely lost some matches. They couldn't win any match, but Hong Kong is the one, according to me, to watch out for. Now, United Arab Emirates. Now, I'm so happy, dear fans and subscribers, because United Arab Emirates is the place where I worked for 9 years. So I'm pretty happy to see that United Arab Emirates is there in this T20 World Cup, in the sense they are there in the qualifying phases. Wish them good luck, in the sense they are led by a very, very good captain. Now, United Arab Emirates have made a real climb as far as the league stages are concerned. They have, like Afghanistan, they have really caught on, and they are also having some very talented players. And as you know, United Arab Emirates is a place with a lot of expatriates coming in from a lot of countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, a lot of places. So there are a bunch of expatriates there. But let me tell you, they are looking pretty strong team. Khurram Khan is the captain of the United Arab Emirates team. But look at his age. He's 42 years of age. But let me tell you, he has been a very consistent scorer. He really shows the way with the bat. Khurram Khan is a left-handed batsman. And then the other person to watch out for, according to me, Amjad Javed. He's a very good batsman, the right-hand bat, and he's also a pretty good talent. And then they have Kamran Shahzad. Swapnil Patil is another good talent. They have Rohan Mustafa. Talking about them, I wouldn't be able to talk much, but I can tell you very safely that United Arab Emirates are also looking pretty strong. So these are as far as these three teams are concerned. Now I'm trying to see let us look at Afghanistan now and see what Afghanistan has. Now, the one thing in favor of Afghanistan is that they would be absolutely confidence personified. The reason being, they have actually defeated Bangladesh. Now, they are taking on Bangladesh tomorrow in the first match of the qualifying phase. And for host Bangladesh, well, they have to really watch out, because Bangladesh have defeated, in the sense Afghanistan have defeated Bangladesh. Well, one would remember that Bangladesh at that point of time didn't have the services of the opening batsman Tamim Iqbal, who is back. They didn't have the services of Shakib Al Hasan, who is absolutely a plus for the Bangladesh team. He was not there. So there are going to be pluses. So, well, you can't be judging teams with just two batsmen, but definitely the Bangladesh team is strengthened, and one only hopes, as I said, Bangladesh is hosting the T20 World Cup, and they are definitely, I'm sure, there's only one goal in mind for them, that they have to go through this qualifying phase, and they would be hoping that from the Group A, Bangladesh are the only team which qualifies, because that is the only time that Bangladesh can go into the World Cup proper, T20 World Cup proper, after playing this qualifying game against Afghanistan at Dhaka. So, I mean, they have to play a lot of matches. That is quite a different thing. But tomorrow is the first match of the qualifying phase. Bangladesh taking on Afghanistan at Dhaka, and Hong Kong taking on Nepal at Chittagong. Now, for Afghanistan, well, when I've seen after their performances, the first time a maiden entry into the Asia Cup, the way they played, they have really shown to the world what talented players they have. Now, Mohammad Nabi, what a wonderful player he is. He's the captain of the Afghanistan team. They are pretty very well-knit team. Asghar Stanika. If I look at this Afghanistan team, I can tell you one thing: they have a tremendous blend of players, because they have good batting. They have people. They have batsmen who can be good hitters of the ball. They have batsmen who can actually stay at the wicket. They have a good blend of pace bowling. Absolutely, Shapur Zadran was looking so sharp, and he was bowling with lots of pace, and he was hitting the timber. In fact, he was the one who was providing the breakthrough for Afghanistan by hitting the timber of the opposition batsman time and again. So Shapur Zadran probably would be partnered by David Zadran. And then the other thing that I would say about that is the pace attack. And then they have good hitters in the form of Mohammad Shahzad. Then they have some good spinners too. Now spin is also something, they have a lot of variety. They have Mohammad Nabi, the Afghanistan captain, bowling off spin. They have Hamza Kotak. Now his name is Hamza Kotak. He's a slow left-arm bowler, and I was pretty impressed by his bowling. He keeps the runs down, picks up the wickets. Then they have Samiullah Shenwari, the all-rounder. Not only does he comes and chips in with the bat in a crisis time, he also comes, he's a right-hand leg break bowler. He's a leg spin bowler, and he has already shown why he is good. And for Afghanistan, another thing, I definitely want to see a team from Afghanistan which has Hamid Hassan always playing, but I believe that Hamid Hassan has withdrawn, which is not good news. One thing I have seen in Afghanistan is that whenever they have all the team together, Hamid Hassan is not figuring. One does not know, probably due to injury, because I feel he's a real talent. He bowls with a lot of pace, and he would be an able ally to Shapur Zadran. But anyway, so that is as far as Afghanistan is concerned. So I feel they have a tremendous blend of batting, bowling, and their fielding has also been something which has to be really, really marveled at. So that is Afghanistan. And now I'm going to review the next team. And the next team that I'm going to review on here is going to be, let's say, Netherlands. Because Netherlands, as you know, they recently suffered a reverse against in the T20 warm-up matches against Hong Kong. And they would like to definitely, get it straight here. Because that is not something Peter Boren, the Netherlands captain, liked it. He definitely came out and said that he was absolutely not happy with the performance, and why not? He definitely had a right to say that, because from a winning situation at 100, they totally collapsed against Hong Kong to give them the match in a platter. So Peter Boren is one very, very good player from Netherlands. He's the captain. And then Wesley Barisi is a wicketkeeper batsman. He's a very good batsman. Mudassar Bukhari, he has been doing yeoman service for Netherlands for quite a long time. He is the one who actually will be having the new cherry in his hand. And then they have Tom Cooper. Tom Cooper is another very, very good middle order batsman. And other than that, as far as Netherlands are concerned, they have some lot of new faces coming in. Michael Rippen, right hand back. But I can talk about Peter Seelar is a good right-hand batter, slow left-arm spinner. Erik Swarzinski has scored tons of runs. He is the one who is not afraid to really hit the ball. And one probably hopes that Swarzinski, who didn't get, I wouldn't say he really contributed in the T20 warm-up matches, but probably looking for an opportunity here to get good against the other teams, Erik Swarzinski. So, in fact, Netherlands are also looking good, but definitely their morale would have been dented after losing the game to an associate nation like Hong Kong. Now, the next team that I'm going to look at, it's probably going to be Netherlands. I'm just trying to see. Yes, let's talk about the Ireland team now. Now, Ireland, they are a very, very strong team. They have played. They have got lots of exposure as far as international cricket is concerned. William Porterfield, the captain, will be leading the way. He's the opening batsman, and he's looking good too. He's looking in good nick. Alex Cusack is another player, good player. George Dockrell. Now, George Dockrell is one on which Ireland will be definitely relying, because what he does is he can bowl some, and he has some English county experience, and he can use that to great effect by actually drying up the runs for the opposition and piling on the pressure by taking the wickets. And George Dockrell is one of he's one who looks like a very genuine left-arm spin bowler. He's the classical left-arm spin bowler, and I'm pretty impressed by George Dockrell's bowling. And even the Ireland captain has already mentioned that George Dockrell is a one who would be playing a great role as far as Ireland's success are concerned in the T20 World Cup. Ed Joyce, as you know, he plays for Ireland after playing for England, and well, he has been doing a good job. He's the one who can He's a very rock solid batsman. He can stay at the wicket, frustrate the bowlers. Now Ireland definitely have some things in their favour in the pace department. They have Tim Muttag with them, and Tim Muttag, let me tell you, he's a wonderful bowler. I don't think he did very well in the warm-up matches, but I'm looking forward to some good bowling from Tim Muttag, who has lots of English county experience. And then let's look at the O'Brien brothers. Now Kevin O'Brien, what to talk about Kevin O'Brien? He was, I'm sure he was, now as James Anderson, at least in the World Cup, Kevin O'Brien, one would remember his smashing innings against England, scoring the fastest century. One would remember that was in the World Cup. But Kevin O'Brien and Neil O'Brien both are wonderful players, and let me tell you, I mean, they are the ones who are a sort of forming a sort of a real, what do you call, the nucleus of the side is built around these two batsmen, Kevin O'Brien and Niall O'Brien brothers. And then other than that, they do have some good pace bowling with Max Sorensen, who would be taking the new ball, and he has been performing in a very consistent manner. And let's talk about Paul Stirling, such a wonderful talent from Ireland. He opens the batting, and he gets into runs pretty quickly, in the sense he likes to get on with the game, he likes to get quick runs. And then then they have another bowler by the name Stuart Thompson. Gary Wilson is an experienced wicketkeeper, as you all know, and Craig Young is another new cap in this Irish team. Well, now there is one more team that I am left to talk about. So this is as far as the other teams are concerned. I have a feeling that I am only left with one team now, and that should be probably it should be Bangladesh hosts, I reckon. Yes, it should be Bangladesh. I have spoken about all the other teams. Well, Bangladesh, I can only say one thing, that this is they are playing on their home ground. They are the hosts of the T20 World Cup, and they would be wary about one thing, that Afghanistan, they can't take anything lightly. They can't be overconfident, even though they have the services of Shakib Al Hasan and Tamim Iqbal right now. They didn't have those services when they lost to Afghanistan, and that would give them a great loads of confidence after having Tamim Iqbal and Shakib Al Hasan's experience in. And one thing that Bangladesh has to guard against, no overconfidence. They know this is a qualifying phase. They know they have to come on the top. They have to be on top of Group A, and they have to be the one who has to win this qualifying phase and get. So that, as I said, there are going to be two teams. So the two teams which are on top on Group A and Group B would be getting into the World Cup proper. So Bangladesh, well, they are led by Mushfiqur Rahim, one of a very aggressive captain, and he doesn't mince his words when he speaks. And let me tell you, Bangladesh are looking good, and I don't see any reason why they should not be coming into the T20 World Cup proper. But as I said, if at all there are going to be some upsets and Bangladesh are not able to make it, I would really feel sorry for them. But I'm sure Bangladesh are going to put their best foot forward. Because they are the hosts of the World Cup, T20 World Cup, and I'm sure they are going to be really, really blazing on all cylinders for sure. So this is your host Ram, ending this late cricket happening show this on a Saturday by wishing all the 8 teams in this qualifying phase which starts from tomorrow the best of luck, and special luck to Bangladesh, because as I said, Bangladesh are the hosts of the World Cup T20, and I sincerely feel that Bangladesh should qualify, because I mean, there can't be anything, I don't want even to talk about it. I only feel that Bangladesh should be blessed with some special luck, and they should be the one who should qualify. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if I go by the records, I don't want to have any prediction. The other day, there was one gentleman who actually sent a message to me asking me, like, what are the predictions? Now, as far as the predictions are concerned, I'm going to reserve my predictions. The reason being, after seeing the way Hong Kong played, I dare to actually make a prediction here, because one does not know. On T20 you never know, but well, strongly Ireland could be, I mean as I said, it's very difficult. Ireland, Afghanistan, Hong Kong has created an upset. Nepal is good, and Netherlands can come strong. They also have some good talent, even though they lost. But all in all, I think we are going to have a very good qualifying phase which is kicking off tomorrow in the T20 World Cup. And as I said, I am wishing all the teams the very best, in the sense all the teams good luck on this qualifying phase which is of the T20 World Cup which is starting. And that's it from me, your host Ram, for the cricket show for today, and it's good night from the Cricket Happening Studios. Thank you.